So I'm calling with Nerd Alert News, and thanks so much for taking time out for this. This is great. You guys having fun so far at the festival?
Yeah, it's great.
When did you get here?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah, setting up during the setup time. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, then you got a chance to chill out a little bit. All right. So I'm going to start out with each one of you guys introduce yourselves. Okay. And tell me what you did with True Believers. So we're going to start with you.
So I'm Josh Viola. So I'm the co-creator, co-writer, and publisher.
Sweet.
Stephen Graham Jones, co-writer and only co-writer.
Only.
Oh, creator, yeah, creator.
Only creator.
Yeah.
I'm Ben Matsuya. I'm the artist. I did all the art inside, colors, letters, inks,
That's
everything.
stunning.
Thank you.
And I swear I've met you through Daniel maybe once.
Probably.
Maybe. But yeah, I swear I've met you once.
I've done a lot with COFOH.
With Coffee, yeah. I know I've met you once before. So it's great to have you guys all here.
Thank you.
Okay. So let's start out with, God, I wrote this down about the talent. I mean, there's so much talent in this project. It's absolutely incredible. But so you did the artwork.
Yes.
And you penned the story, or you created it, and you co-wrote it.
With both of us, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So take me back to the beginning. Who came up with the idea? It must have come up in one of your heads.
I think it was Josh.
Yeah.
Was it?
Well, it's sort of, yeah. I was having Brett and Jeannie and Smurf over at my house, actually, and we were having some wine. And I had done it came from the multiplex book that came out the first year. And Steven's got a story in there. And we were just talking, like, how could we follow up an exclusive for COFOH that, and I had been working with Ben on some comics for a video game. And I was like, let's do a comic. And then I was like, let's reach out to Steven. He's doing Earth Divers, and this would be fun. So yeah, we kind of had just a rough idea to set something at COFOH and do a comic, and I bugged Steven until he said yes.
Well done.
I took his dog hostage. That's really what changed it. So no, but that's sort of how it came about, and then Steven and I just like traded ideas of what this could be, and he took the initial seed and really took off with it and came up with some cool stuff.
What's it like to co-write? Like, do you take, well, I'm going to do this part, I'm going to do this part. How did you collaborate?
I'll let Steven weigh in. Originally, it was just going to be Steven writing it. So he wrote the first, what we thought was going to be the full comic, like based on the idea. And then as we decided to do a Kickstarter and grow the audience, that gave us an opportunity to expand. So I kind of took the last half from what he had done.
Okay.
Yeah, so like on the first half, I wrote it, and he, came in and kind of edited it and said, maybe this, maybe not that. And then on the second half, he wrote it, and I came in and played editor and said, maybe this, not that.
Okay.
It worked really well, I think, and it's a good gear shift in the middle of the book, too, I think.
Cool.
And then, I mean, the great thing about Ben, because I've worked with Ben before, is how he processes a script, into art, which is different from what you said you've experienced with.
Yeah, I usually do panel by panel, but Josh told me that Ben is talented enough. He just needs the words and what generally happens on the page, and it's true. Ben just comes up with these dynamic layouts that I never would have guessed at myself. Like if I was doing it in panels, it'd be boring. But Ben makes it dynamic, and that's the trick with comic books, because sometimes you just have people talking, but it's got to be dynamic. It's got to move and flow.
How is it different, Ben? How is this different? Is it different from how other comic artists create their art?
Yeah,
It sounds like it's a little bit different.
A little bit, yeah. The script was a little more flexible, and they kind of really, like they're saying, they let me kind of run wild and do my thing, and
Nice.
yeah, there was a lot of freedom and trust, so I really liked working with them and working like that, and it was, yeah.
But I think Ben has a strong understanding of stories too, because you also have written your own.
Yeah,
novels,
absolutely, yeah. So yeah, it's tricky to get all the information in because the scripts are kind of long. They are long, and we're trying to cram a lot into X amount of pages. But it's a challenge, but it's fun. That's probably the most thought-intensive part of the process, and I enjoy it though.
Yeah, at least it's fun.
Yeah.
Right? You wouldn't do it if it wasn't fun, right?
I get so excited
You'd have to,
to see
yeah.
what
Yeah.
I get from Ben. I kind of annoy him too. I can take his dog hostage, but I guess a cat. But I'm allergic to cats. So. But it's really exciting to wait for that like, oh, hey Ben, where you at? Where you at? I just want to see it. I love seeing it come to life. Like,
So is this guy the Taskmaster then?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's like, you're the one that's like,
the annoyer.
all right, cool.
But it was nice when Josh and Ben, I feel like together, they, like, I came up with the killer name and the killer, I guess, but they came up with the killer look,
Yeah.
Because to me, killer was just a killer and can be anything.
Yeah, that was neat because we actually I worked with Xander Smith and Aaron Lovett on early designs, and then Steven weighed in. We were like, oh, that'd be cool if we change this or change that. And then we sent it to Ben, kind of where we got it, and he took it to the final step. And now we have somebody walking around the hotel dressed as killer, stalking people now. And, we've got a
I think I
mask
saw pictures.
for people to get hold of. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
And it's good they didn't take my advice because I kept being like, what if there was a hockey mask and a knife glove?
yeah.
Yeah, I remember those.
Oh my God. Okay, that sounds great, how you got started. How long did it take? Like, when did you first start it? Because did you start it right after last year's COFOH? Or
No.
how long has this been?
It's this year.
This year, okay.
Probably spring is when I reached out to you, right?
Probably, yeah. And I think I wrote it in an airport. I forget where in the world I was, but yeah, I had to let it lay
In an
over.
airport. So you're just in an airport, and I'm like, I'm just going to write this.
Yeah. Yep.
The great thing about Steven is he tracks, like when he emails you, like I'm doing this, so like in stages where he's at around the world. It's pretty cool, actually. I think it's really neat. I wrote this at this airport at this time. But Ben, you finished the first half of True Believers before Japan.
Yeah.
When was that?
That must have been before June, so May? I drew everything by that time, right?
Right. Yeah. So some early summer.
Yeah.
Is when we had the first half, and
Yeah.
then we're gonna finish the last half this coming January.
Yeah. It came together really fast. Like, I got the script, read it, and then we just started. And I think it all wrapped up in like, at least for my end, maybe 2.5 months, 3 months.
Sounds
like
really
that.
fast.
And our goal is for the Kickstarter backers,
Mm-hmm.
they get the first edition of the first full book.
Mm-hmm.
So we're hoping to send them out in April, end of April probably, for the finished version.
Yeah.
With all the cool stuff that comes with it.
I was going to say, I saw the Kickstarter website, but tell us what you get if you become if
A
you
true
back
believer?
if you become a true believer if you back the project.
Yeah, so
It was cool.
we've got a lot of different rewards. So it depends on the tier that you back. But
Right.
your basic, you can get a digital version of the comic, print versions, and we've got 6 different covers by 6 different artists. So same book, but it's a variant cover. So Ben did a cover.
Nice.
And we've got Xander Smith, Aaron Lovett, Clara Meath, Robert Hack, Juan Samu. I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm not missing someone. So we have different
That sounds right.
variants, and then we have some cool stuff, patches, Velcro patches and stickers. But the really fun stuff, in my opinion, is we've got the killer mask. It's a latex mask by October Studios, very high-end CD soundtrack featuring a bunch of horror covers from movies and things of that nature. What am I missing? You can get drawn into the comic for
Right,
issue
yeah.
2.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's worth backing.
So a lot of fun stuff. And then
Cool.
when we hit a certain mark, we'll have some fun stretch goals that we'll talk about with some more neat stuff when that happens.
Okay.
So
Very cool. All right, I'm going to try to move on to some other questions, but we can talk about this all day. So I love that it's about cosplay, because cosplay is such a big part of fan conventions. But what made you think of cosplay? What made you? I mean, I don't think I've seen a story. I think I interviewed someone who made a movie about cosplay once,
Right.
but that's just kind of a unique idea to come up with for.
I think you and I like tossed
For
around
what?
ideas for. We knew it would take place at COFOH, but I
Yeah.
don't think we
Okay.
knew for sure it was going to be cosplay.
No,
Okay.
I think just when I wrote it, it just came out like that because I knew that the killer needed to move among people in a mask, and how better to do that at a convention than to cosplay,
Yeah, because right, everyone's in a mask.
Yeah.
Who can you trust?
Yeah.
And it's a neat commentary on like what some people do with fandom, like how far they'll take it, and that's what's really interesting. It's like they become so obsessed with a character, and then they believe that they know that character more so than the other fans. And then
Yeah.
how does somebody who's a little on edge take that too far? So
Yeah.
it's really
Yikes.
Yeah, they start to feel ownership, and when you start to feel ownership, then it gets dangerous, I think.
I love that. Cool. What was it like drawing it? I mean, I feel like it's kind of like some pressure to draw cosplay. Like you're gonna have a lot of people wanting to see what they envision as cosplay.
Yeah, like in the script, there's some parts where like we have to draw bad cosplay too. So,
Oh God.
but that was a big one of the fun parts of it. You know, just drawing all the characters, the monsters, all the different killers.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a big fun part of it.
How do you get inspired? Like, can you just sit down and work, or do you have to find some inspiration to start drawing?
Yeah, I can just drill down if you give me some time, and like I can kind of go and zone out and get in the zone and like really go for hours, really, if you let me.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right. I was wondering about that. All right. So you're also amazing. Do you have any advice for some young talent, some young artists? Because, man, is it tough to get into that business? Do you have any advice for them when they're young, maybe like middle school? Because I was trying to inspire my daughter to be an artist, and they get so discouraged and they give up really easy. So do you guys have any advice?
I would say make your own comics. The same thing with movie makers, make your own short films, but make your own comics. Ask your local comic book store if they'll carry 20 of them for you, and on consignment or however that works.
just if you love it, if you're passionate about it, just stick with it. That's what everybody here that's doing this stuff, they've done it since they were a kid, and don't be ashamed of it. Just embrace it.
Yeah, maybe to piggyback off what Josh is saying, like write and draw what you know. So maybe draw from your own experience, and your truth will come out, and it'll feel more authentic. And then and maybe just on that very like realistic kind of thing, like start drawing digitally. I think it probably helps.
I bet.
For the kids, like pick up an iPad and start drawing on the iPad.
Because
Yeah.
it's 2023.
Yeah.
So do you do it for yourself when you're that young? Just focus on, I'm doing this for myself,
I think so. I mean, sort of what our comic is about again, it's about fandom, right? So it's like
Right.
it's a reflection of these people that are intrigued by something that they love. I mean, that's what I did. That's what my tattoo is. It's like everything that Ghostbusters, Terminator, the stuff that you like,
Yeah.
just go for it. I wrote sequels to my favorite movies back, it was when I was in 4th grade, and that's what I would do. And now you're, hopefully you get into a career where you can do what you love, so.
That's great. It could lead to that. But in the beginning, at least just do it, right?
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just
That's
have fun.
Same thing.
Yeah, don't wait
Right.
for permission or an invitation.
Right. And I don't have to please anybody. You just want to, that's what I meant by do it yourself. Do it for yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, oh God, this is hilarious. So I asked my readers for some questions. And they all wanted me to ask everyone I interview this. So just laugh all you want. But have any of you ever been, or are you now, a vampire or a werewolf?
I used to try to become a werewolf a lot when I was 12 and 13, and it's probably just a delayed response. It hasn't activated yet.
It hasn't activated yet. Okay.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
Curious if it will, what it's going to take.
Yeah.
Well, I probably shouldn't get into the conversation we had earlier, but
Wow, it sounds entertaining, though.
Go ahead.
no, I wish that I was a vampire. That's
You
all I
wish?
can say. I wish that I was.
You
Both
wish.
would be cool. A hybrid would be great.
Hybrid would be great.
Yes.
It'd be nice to be able to control it though. I mean,
Oh, yeah, of
it's not like I just would want that to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
about
gotta
Ben?
go werewolf over vampire, but I'm neither.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Well, that's what happens when you let your readers pick the questions.
But yeah, he wrote one of the best werewolf novels that's out, Mongrels. So you should let your readers know
Yeah.
about that.
Mongols, what is it about?
Werewolves.
It's not a biography.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, right?
Well,
God, see now the world knows. The truth is out. Well, what's Mongrels about?
It's about a kid growing up werewolf in southeastern America, trying to make it day to day. A lot of problems.
Yeah, it sounds like every kid, but it's got to be
Yeah.
harder with being a werewolf.
My favorite part of that book is like your idea of like the transformation process going back and forth. Because like the character transforms, and then there's like clothing that like gets embedded in the skin
Yeah.
when it reforms back.
Yeah. Yeah, if they wear
Super
like
creepy.
lycra or spandex or hose or something, like that'll expand with you when you transform, so that when the hair retracts, it brings that nylon back in with it, and that can kill you. You know.
It's
Whoa,
awesome.
that's creepy. Good stuff. Did you like have a nightmare about that? I mean, how did you come up with
No,
that?
I just wanted for me to invest intellectually and emotionally in these creatures.
Yeah.
They need to I need to be able to believe in them, and to believe in them, they have to make sense.
That's probably why your writing is so good. Do you guys, have you ever had a nightmare that you've turned into a drawing or a story?
A nightmare.
Oh, because I have.
Had
So I'm wondering, have you ever
nightmares.
had a nightmare and you wake up and you're like, I'm going to write a
Yeah.
book about that?
No, I have. I did it and I wrote a novel, Babysitter Lives, about a nightmare I had. Yeah.
What's it called? Babysitter?
The Babysitter Lives. Yeah.
I remember most of my dreams every night, and I've had like, but I find them fascinating. I've never like had a nightmare. I remember when I had a fever dream when I got vaccinated for the first time.
Yeah.
And it was like a weird, like Jim Henson moved to a moon base and was building this like giant Muppet in space. It was
hell
like,
yeah.
it was like that's not a nightmare, but it's
That sounds-
awesome.
That's just awesome, yeah.
So.
Cool. All right. Well, then we're going to go into my speed round because I'm going to annoy you guys with that because it's fun. So speed round questions. So we'll try to keep them quick. When it's time to kick back and relax, what are you wearing? You guys like jeans and t-shirts, or what are you guys?
I'm a sweatpants tank top guy. I
Okay.
grew up in a trailer park, so
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I'm a sleeveless shirt and shorts usually.
Yeah, I gotta go with basketball shorts, you know.
Okay. Okay. Super comfortable. All right. Favorite gas station snack? Like mine's peanut M&Ms. Like it'll get me through the rest of the trip.
Honey buns.
Honey buns.
jerky.
Okay.
I like the slushies.
Oh, yeah. Why not? Those will keep you going. All right. Latest TV show that you've binge watched?
Oh.
Oh man, I don't binge.
No?
No, I like to do it once a week, if that. You know.
Man, it's hard to find that nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah, I rarely binge, but right now I'm watching The Bear.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
I just finished After Party. It's really good.
I've heard of that. I
I'm
haven't
watching
seen
After Party as well. I'm liking it a lot. I'm like halfway through the first season right now.
First season's great.
Yeah, it's really fun.
it. Nice.
don't know
All
what it
right.
It's really fun.
See, this is great because it tells me what I need to watch
They're
next.
learning, yeah.
All right. Is there a movie that you watch over and over and over?
Mini.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah.
Pick two.
For me, it's T2 and Aliens for sure. Multiple times.
Oh, someone likes Cameron. Okay.
Yeah.
Scream and Twister.
Okay. Oh, twist.
I guess they're both 90. Are they both 96? They might be.
I don't know.
Yeah. I know Scream's
Great
Yeah.
movies.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
I probably watch The Dark Knight and Drive a lot.
Oh, yeah.
best soundtrack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Do you have a book that you read over and over? Or do you like read it and you're done, you move on?
Every year I reread The Long Halloween. Tim Sale.
Okay.
Man, as far as rereading books, I very rarely do that.
Not everybody does.
I have to read a lot, so I don't really have time to read, I guess, probably.
Probably don't, you can't read it over again. You're busy on the next one. All right.
Oh.
Do you have a one you read over and over?
Yeah, I guess maybe a comic book.
Yeah.
Maybe like I read Superman, Red Sun every year probably.
I just read that for the first time
so-
3 days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, see?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Yeah.
Good. Look where my questions get you guys. All right. Marvel or DC?
Well, I just read Superman, so I'm a DC person.
I am too.
100%.
DC.
I'm probably Marvel.
I'm sorry, I'm like IDW. Vintage.
All
I
right.
like the more indie stuff,
Yeah.
you know, the more like original IP kind of thing,
Well-
rather than the superhero stuff.
That's fantastic. All right. I like that. All right. Favorite country that you have visited?
France.
Yeah.
Japan.
I want to go there.
Yeah.
England, because England.
Are you a Doctor Who fan?
I'm not. I'm sorry. Everyone is reading
Do I
this
just ask
now,
you that?
Yeah.
blacklisting me.
I'm not
Dang,
either.
I'm just assume.
I've never seen a single Doctor Who. I've read Neil Gaiman's Doctor Who story, Nothing O'Clock, which is an amazing story, but I've never watched a single episode of Doctor Who.
Watch Good Omens. Have you watched Good
I
Omens?
love Good Omens. Yeah.
I appreciate it. I respect I just can't get into the I don't get the campiness.
Putting
I love
pressure on
campy
him. I feel
stuff.
bad.
I love campy stuff, but I didn't get it. So I'm sorry.
Don't be.
I feel like I'm
pressure on you
gonna
guys. I know. We may have to edit that out. No, I'm just kidding.
I've been told that people are either Doctor Who or Star Trek people. You know.
Yeah.
I'm a Star Trek person all the way.
Yeah. I don't watch it either.
Yeah.
Because I'm like a
I'm
completionist.
just got England,
I
you
feel
know.
like I had to start from
I'm
the very
not alone.
beginning. You know.
So the three of us are like Doctor Who with a question mark.
Right.
Yeah.
It sounds great like that. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Just a couple more. Dawn or dusk? I'm totally dusk.
Dusk.
Yeah, me too.
Dusk,
Dusk.
yeah.
Dusk. Okay, we're all on the same page. All right, pie or cake?
Pie.
Pie.
God, that's tough. Probably pie. Yeah.
Everyone says pie.
Yeah.
Seriously. All right, last one. Camping. If you go camping, do you do it in a camper or do you rough it in a tent?
10.
Last time I went, it was a camper.
Okay.
I gotta do 10.
Okay. Cool. All right, those are my questions. At least I got you guys on a few things. I really, really appreciate it,
Yeah,
and I wish you
Yes,
all the luck.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Make sure I'll share all about your Kickstarter.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much.